Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. So today I have the Dreams of Gaia, then I have the Dark Knight deck. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I was just checking something because Chica's outside. It's cold out there, but she wants to be outside. And we haven't been going on our walks because it's been kind of cold. But it looks like she's, okay with it now. So we might be going on our walks again soon. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get a general energy card to start. I hope everybody's doing okay out there. Oh, yeah, this is a big deck. This deck has been pre-shuffled, but we'll work it out. General energy for today's reading is the Three of Water, right? You know what? Let me go ahead and turn this light on so we can get a better view here. Hopefully you guys can see it better. We have the Three of Cups, though. Third-party situation or a celebration. Okay? So what that has to do with is, just interference. Third-party situation, it's like interference, in your life. You got something going on. You got people butting in your business, want to know everything that's going on, Or you're just celebrating. You're celebrating yourself. You're celebrating life. It could be any of those. Now, in the reverse, this is pretty much not really dealing with anything at all, right? Not celebrating, just kind of doing the day-to-day. Not dealing with anybody, just working on yourself. 50-50 card. So let's go ahead and get 5 cards to start out. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Hope everything's going okay for you. I hope that it's warm. It's kind of cold where I'm at right now, so I hope you guys are doing okay, warm and cozy, your family, your loved ones. If you are new here, I wish the same for you too. I try to teach along the way, all right? Talk about what the cards mean and stuff, so you know. But this channel's strictly for those who are just trying to heal and get through some sort of depression, anxiety, whatever you got going on. Trying to motivate you to snap out of that, right? Anyways, if you like the way I read, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share. Either way, I will still be around here doing something. So, yeah. So let's get the final card here. All right. So it's kind of a hard deck. It's kind of has more elaborate definitions to it. And I do have the book here. Let me get it closer, just in case. But I think I can handle it. We'll see. Unless I feel like I'm guided to look for more information, then I'll look in the book. But otherwise, I think we'll be okay. Now we have the Five of Cups here. And the Five of Cups is about being sad over the loss of a relationship, right? This is kind of like breaking up, or long-time friendship is, y'all are separating because somebody did something, right? There was a reason for the separation. And in some cases, excuse me, in some cases, it could be because, it's what's best. Separations can also be with no hard feelings at all, time to move on. Or whatever, right? Whatever the case. 1 second. Brian, come here. Brian. want to go outside, you have to wear this, okay? All right. I had his tether off because he was inside, but I just saw him walking around out there without it, so he always needs to be attached if he's outside. Anyways. So yeah, sad over the loss of a relationship. Now, in the reverse, somebody's not really sad. Somebody could have gotten over it or whatever, you know, or somebody is not even experiencing that right now, but there's a possibility that in the future that might come along, right? But I also want to remind you, like I remind everybody who comes to watch tarot, it is just a story. It may or may not resonate, right? And you are in charge of your own decisions in life. You're not going to find all your answers here, right? Because nobody's situation is exactly the same. All right. All right. So we do have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Okay. The thing is, it's in the reverse. And this is kind of about like walking away from a situation, right? Or wanting to return. In the reverse, it's about wanting to return, right? So, and this position right here is usually the position of the viewer or whoever's getting the reading, right? So someone here wants to return to something. Return to maybe celebrating themselves, because I can't imagine somebody wanting to return to a third party. But unfortunately, that might be the case. Somebody could return to another person, and that other person returns to their third party. You know what I mean? This triangle. I think the last reading was kind of triangle-ish too, so I don't know, you guys. Just a story, right? So anyways, somebody here wants to return to something, a person, a place, a thing, even a job, you know, or a field or whatever, you know. Then we have the Eight of Earth. We have 8-8 right here. So 8-8 could also resonate with somebody. Master number 88. The symbol of infinity. August. The 8th day. You know. But we do have the 8 of Earth here. And that's about, you know, working on your craft, doing it alone, just handling your own business. Somebody may want, I kind of feel like this is two separate people. Somebody wants somebody to return. And who do they want to return? This 8 of Pentacles person. This person who's like, they're doing their own thing. They're probably not even paying attention to, you know what I'm saying? Because the 8 of Pentacles is about working on your craft and doing it alone. Somebody's working on themselves. I don't feel like they're interested in whoever wants them to come back. You know what I'm saying? And if that's you, unfortunately, whoever you're thinking about who's working on themselves, they don't want to come back. They're celebrating themselves because possibly you could have put them in a third party. Right? In the story, right? So there's been a lot of like cross-watching, so just want to let you know that. So you can definitely flip-flop these energies. We also have the Scribe. And this is a major arcana, 12, the Scribe. I can't think of what that is. It has to do with communication, though. Let me see what she sees. I don't see nothing. Let's see what the scribe is. What is it? 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no. No, 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 no. So this is air. It's not a major arcana. It's air. 10. Oh, you know what this is? This is the king. This is the king of earth. I mean, sorry, king of air. But this person's in the reverse. So this is somebody who's dishonest. They spread rumors and lies. Yeah. You can even look, because now you know how I described this person. Look how they're doing. Look at that pouring out of their mouth. The lies and the deception. Their eyes are black. They may not look you in the eye when they're spilling this information, or they just got that creepy black eye look that you might notice on some people that you communicate with. Yeah, and if that's the case, that's only because, you know, there's a possibility that you have some sort of clair, right? So anyways, let's move on from that. The scribe, okay? And this person's being really dishonest, right? This is who this person can be also. This person could want to come back towards this queen of, come back to this person who's working on their own and doing their own thing, right? This person wants to lie and deceive this person, fight with them, argue with them. Yeah. I kind of feel like this would be a third party, right? They might all think that this person is sad over the loss of relationships, possibly thinking like, oh, that person's lonely, but I kind of don't feel that, because especially if somebody's like busy doing something, how lonely can you be if you're really kind of busy? I don't have time to be socializing, and you know what I mean? It's something like that. But somebody feels, okay, so I'm kind of feeling like someone out there feels, because someone's not very social, that they're sad or depressed. No. Somebody's working. That's what they're doing. But somebody's still out on the side here spreading some sort of gossip or slander or something. And it's a King of Swords reverse. Then we have this position. And this right here is obstacle or advice. And that is the 10 of Earth. The obstacle here, you know, the 10 of, this is the 10 of water. Hold on. Sorry, it's the 10 of fire. It's difficult because I'm trying to look at the other ones to remember. This is the 10 of fire. And the 10 of fire is the 10 of wands. And the 10 of wands is all about burdens, right? And this is obstacle or advice. Now, the obstacle here is somebody wanting to burden somebody. I don't feel like it's the advice. No advice is go and burden somebody. That is no. And if somebody's telling you to do that, that's bad advice, okay? Sorry, this just came to my face. Anyways. Yeah, that's not advice. That's bad advice, if anything. So the obstacle here is somebody trying to burden someone. Whether they can or they can't, I don't know. We don't know. It all depends on somebody's own personal willpower and how they do things and whatever. You know what I mean? And then in the end, what is this? Emotion, intellect. 10, 11, J, 12. So this is the queen. No, 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 no. All right. This is not a king. Now I know. Because we have 10, J, Q, K, right? 10, J, Q. This is 10, J, Q. This is, you know what? Let me look something up. I'm a little bit confused on something, because if it would be 10, Jack, Queen, King, and a scribe is somebody who writes or communicates. I'm kind of feeling like the scribe is the knight, to be quite honest with you. Let's see. That's why it was good I left the book out. Oh, I opened right to the page. Record keeper, information. Usually in the back it will say what it might. Okay, no, it will tell us queen or king. So the scribe definitely is personal history, preservation, censorship. Look for an unbiased source. Be objective and seek multiple perspectives. Dang, I'm glad I looked this up, because this person, right, the scribe here who we're talking about, is spewing a whole bunch of slander and random bullcorn, right? When it comes to this card in the reverse, this person could be spreading a lot of stuff, and whoever they're spreading it to, they're not even like fact checking. They're not even looking up for themselves. They're just believing everything this liar says. So this could be somebody, it says value the written word by writing things down, be objective, and seek multiple perspectives. Look for an unbiased source. So this person is actually, you know, I said it was a king, but it's the knight. But it doesn't matter, because the same is still going on. Somebody's spreading rumors and gossip, and people taking it in and running with it. Yeah, running with the lies. Well, you know, people with small minds, they will do that. They won't even look for themselves the truth. And those are the people who are easiest to take advantage of. And that's what somebody's doing here. They're taking advantage of a person or people or somebody because they know they can. Because they know that they're not intelligent enough to see or to look up the information themselves. Yeah, that's terrible, you guys. That's terrible. Anyways, like I said here now, emotion and intellect. 10-11 card now. Let's look it up, because, you know, they got these numbers all crazy now. Right? And this is water, right? This is water. Oh. Water. Air. Fire. Water. And then we got number 11, 9, 10, 11. I think that would be page. I think 11 of water is page. Because 10, 11, 12, and then queen and king. Page, knight, queen and king. Yeah. This deck is difficult. That's why I don't whip it out all the time. But don't worry, it'll come together. Or you could just fast forward through if you want. It's really just story time anyways. So, influence of emotional disharmony. Oh, no. So, somebody, emotion, intellect, love, fear, expression, suppression, head, heart, ease, dis-ease. There could be somebody out there trying to cause burdens for somebody. Trying to cause dis-ease, right? Disease, dis-ease, with some sort of mental or emotional intellect, like a mental warfare, right? Trying to make someone feel or think certain things, trying to make somebody, upset or whatever. And it looks like somebody is trying to do that. Well, no, it's the page. So it's immature. Somebody here is being immature when it comes to this emotion and intellect, right? They don't know what they're dealing with. That's why, like I told you before, this person, dealing with a bunch of people or children, or maybe it's a teacher, I don't know, but they're dealing with some people who don't have intellect, right? But in the end, here we have somebody who, is working off that, treating it like school, like people are children. Yeah, so there's definitely somebody here, and it's crazy because we have a page, then we have a knight in reverse, and those are the people we're dealing with on the outside here, right? So let's find out what's really going on. It's kind of weird, right? Look at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands. Yeah. This could be somebody being illuminated to a situation, soulmate energy coming in. It could be anything like that, But it's kind of looking like, oh, not so good. Poor thing, whoever this resonates with. It's just a story, right? Don't try to be like, oh, it's my story, and the story turns out bad or something. Don't do that. Don't manifest weird stuff for yourself. We have the Queen of Wands here. Now, in the upright, she's very passionate. She goes after her hopes and dreams and goals, right? In the reverse, this person really doesn't care about anybody. It's kind of like a bitter woman, somebody who's grumpy and grouchy all the time. You know what I mean? We have the Eight of Wands in reverse here. Now, this person, for some reason, they want someone to come back to them because they can't even, support themselves, or they can't. There's something here. Someone here cannot take care of themselves, and this is why they want somebody to return. They're unable to, maybe they're financially burdened, or there's something going on here where they can't do it. We have the Ten of Cups here. And this Ten of Cups is also telling me, this is also the Wheel of Fortune, right? But it's in the reverse. Now, somebody's not living the happy family, happy home life right now. No. And that Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So they're getting that kind of bad karma. You know what I'm saying? And this could be a Queen of Cups. Somebody who's actually really nice. They're getting hit with karma for some reason. Okay. Yeah. I mean, just because somebody's getting hit with bad karma or can't do it doesn't necessarily mean that their heart's not in the right place, right? But somebody wants another person to return. It could be they want a Queen of Wands to return. Now, Queen of Wands in the reverse, remember I told you, just a mean, unhappy person. Maybe there could have been a fight between these two people. I don't know. Maybe they're siblings, or, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get this Eight of Earth. Tell me about this Eight of Earth right here. Eight of Earth. Eight of Earth. This is reverse. So we got 3-3 right here, right? 33 master number could resonate with somebody. And when we have this Three of Pentacles right here, that's telling me that somebody's collaborating with others or collaborating with another person to do something. It could be positive, but it could also be negative, right? Three of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who's not doing that, working by themselves, doing it by themselves. And that's what this person is doing, whoever that is. They're not dealing with any other people. They're working by themselves. They're not collaborating with anyone. But someone here is, okay? Now, this could also mean that somebody's not collaborating with anybody, but eventually figures out, okay, I need to, because maybe they need help. or assistance. Okay. Now, and this is a Seven of Cups. This is also doubles as the Chariot. Now, this person's moving forward, doing whatever they need to do, right? Um, Seven of Cups also represents having a lot of options. This person may also have a lot of options, right? But they're stuck in their head about something, or somebody wants to do something to make somebody stuck in their head, trapped in the confines of their own mind, or somebody wants to do something in regards to the police, because the Seven of Cups Chariot card can also represent law enforcement or the legal system. Somebody may want to put this person who's working by themselves, just doing their own thing, minding their own business. They want to put them behind bars maybe. But look, then we have the Three of Wands here, and that's about making hasty moves. It's not a good idea to make this hasty move. Yeah, if someone's planning something like this, that's why it came out like this. Because you shouldn't make any hasty moves. Because, you know, if you try to do that and intentionally and you get caught, the repercussions are so much more worse than the original damage, you know. Anyways, we have the Scribe in reverse. Let's find out what that is. That was the Knight of Swords. Somebody here is lying. Yeah, somebody's going to find out somebody here was lying. Speaking the untruth, right? And I'm telling you, and I always say that in the readings, when something comes out about someone lying, don't do it. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get caught. You can never remember your lies, but you can always remember the truth. Ooh, that's too many cards, you see? Let's go ahead and keep it going. Oh, how did I have it? Let me fix the cards. Hold on, you guys. Make sure they're all in the upright. Upright. All right, let's get 2 more cards for that Scribe. So somebody's been spreading some lies. Because they're trying to get somebody who works alone in trouble. Oh, King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, okay. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles right here. Now, this is about longevity. I love you forever. Everything's going to work out forever. Look at that soulmate energy right underneath. Realization, illumination, epiphanies, right? But with that Ten of Pentacles, somebody has something going on here that's that has longevity. Right now, in the reverse, this is something that's not going to last for too long. Why? Because there's lies here. Somebody's lying about something. The lies are going to be found out, and someone's going to get in trouble. Yeah. King of Pentacles, that's who's going to get in trouble. This person who, you know, King of Pentacles, usually, you know, he's the guy with all the dough and all that stuff, right? Yeah, but he's in the reverse right here. He's a criminal. The King of Pentacles in reverse is the criminal of the tarot. This person gets their money by criminal means. Lying, cheating, stealing, fraud, anything that has to do with financial negativity and stealing from somebody, this person does it. That's how they get their money. Yeah. So this is the person who's actually spreading all this stuff because they're doing it because somehow, some way, whatever fraud or whatever they're doing here, they're hoping that it's going to benefit them financially. This is their wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. And they're doing this towards somebody who is single and abundant, who just, you know, takes care of themselves, which I'm kind of believing that it's this 8 of Earth person. They're just a solo worker. They work on their own. They do things on their own. A oneer. You know what I mean? So that's what this Scribe reverse is spreading about, you know, the rumors around the job site or around the town or the building or whatever, wherever you are. So we also have this 10 of Wands, and that's the purpose of this. Why this person's doing it. They want to cause burdens in someone's life. Now, but this is an obstacle, because if you kind of have an independent person can take care of themselves. They don't need anybody's help, male or female, right? They're doing it on their own. That pisses people off for some reason. For some reason, people are pissed off to see that someone can take care of themselves. Like they're not with a spouse that they need help, or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of feeling like this person's, trying to cause burdens in someone's life, but somebody's just happy the way they are. And you can't really do that if they're like happy, taking care of themselves, single and abundant. It's, I don't understand how you're going to try to do that. But it's probably definitely going to be something that's fraudulent or lying, cheating, stealing, whatever in that category, right? So let's find out a little bit more about this Ten of Wands, right? Tell us about the Ten of Wands. Strength. Can't sleep at night, stressed out. Somebody's working really hard to cause burdens, and it's all it's doing is causing themselves burdens. This person can't sleep at night, right? Somebody here could have had an epiphany and knew that this was going on, and that's why they can't be touched, right? Somebody could be doing some sort of mental warfare or something like that, stressing someone out. But, you can't stress someone out who's got it all together. You really can't do that. Whatever you're doing, I feel like it's a child game, child's play, doing things that children do, And I feel like somebody had this epiphany a long time ago about whoever this is trying to cause burdens. Somebody already knew that was coming. It was like they predicted it, right? Look, yeah. It's the Eight of Pentacles lady. I feel like it's this lady right here. She's also the Nine of Pentacles lady. She's always working on her own, doing her own thing. She doesn't have time to be dealing with outside drama. Maybe if the drama starts and she sees it and she's like, shit, tries to take care of what she can, but then she goes right back to whatever she was doing before because she don't have time either for all this mess. She's got her own life to live. She might make a little pocket of time in the day to work on this, but this is not something that she's going to constantly work on if she's been already doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so this something here could have been an epiphany to someone, and now someone's stressed out. They're trying to work really hard or be really strong against this person, but the strongest person here is this Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles person. I'm sorry. You just cannot, it won't work. All right. And the thing here, too, with this Eight of Pentacles, since it could be also reversed because it's at the bottom of the deck, there's definitely possibly more than one person trying to just be against this person. And you have to also consider, if you need a whole bunch of people to gang up on one person, there's something going on behind closed doors. There's sneaky stuff going on. If you need a bunch of people to gang up on one person, the pieces are not fitting. They're not fitting together. Somebody's hiding something. Somebody may find this out. Emotional intellect, right? The Page of Cups. Somebody who possibly is not really, or they're trying to build it maybe, trying to build their emotional stability. We do have a King of Swords here. This is an Emperor. Good to have this person on your team. We also have the Two of Pentacles. This Emperor may be very intuitive. This Emperor has been through a lot, right? This guy has High Priestess energy, right? So this person's been through a lot, right? What I'm feeling is this person has a kind of a stern kind of energy, just like a stern, doesn't smile too much, is, just like that. You know what I mean? This person's been through a lot. So when we're seeing the Page of Cups here, I'm kind of feeling like this person is trying to learn to be more sensitive to other people's needs, like their hearts, or right, to try to have more compassion for others, right? I'm kind of feeling someone here is starting on a journey of that. Not this person though. This is someone else, but there's someone out there trying not to be like this person, of course, but they got some luck. It flew right to the yeah. Okay, so then we have the Knight of Swords. So somebody here also, well, it could be the same person. Someone trying to learn to be honest now, trying to be truthful. Oh, darn. You know why that popped into my head like that? Because I just got a picture of somebody laid up in the hospital. I got a mental, it's a man. I don't know. I can't see who it is. But it's a man, and somebody now believing that they need to change their ways. So we could have had a medical emergency for somebody. It's just a story, you guys. Don't take it to heart, okay? Don't manifest weird stuff into your life. I'm just reading to you what comes to me and what comes out of these cards. Anyways, somebody could have had a medical scare, and I do advise you guys, if you are concerned about your medical health, you need to go to the doctor. All right? Don't go and get a tarot card reading to tell you whether or not you're okay. No, you got to go to a medical doctor. I know times right now might be tough. But if you're not feeling good, you got to do that. Anyways, somebody here, like I said, I had a thought in my mind. Somebody laid up in the hospital. They're all hooked up to wires, okay, all the cords and tubes and everything. And it's a medical scare, I mean, they're okay now, but they're, they got to do things to maintain that. So somebody had a medical scare possibly, and now they're concerned about trying to turn over a new leaf, I guess. Somebody also feels that another person cursed them or put some sort of weird woo on them to make them sick. That's another thing. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm getting. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a trippy reading, trippy story, but hey, you never know. You never know with the stories, My advice to everybody, don't lie. Don't hurt your body. Try to be healthy. Think positive. Never think negative thoughts towards any other people. You know what I mean? It will come back to you. Even just the thoughts, they come back to you. Because those thoughts radiate out into the universe. And whoever you have them geared towards, let's just hope it's not a person who's highly intuitive, because they will feel it and they will know where it's coming from. And then it just bounces back like that tenfold. Like I'm a pure believer in the transfer of energy like that. But for me, I don't know how to explain it. Don't do it. Always be good. Always tell the truth. Try to be like Jesus, as best you can. All right, you guys. Anyways, that's all I have for you. If it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. Bottom of the deck, remember, we saw the 8 of Pentacles too. Anyways, I'm Mona, it's Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!